God has given us the great opportunity to start again, to do it over. It's Sunday morning. Church is going to start in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Let's go. Howdy everyone, it's Steven. So glad that you are here. We are at church. It is Sunday morning. The first thing I do on Sundays is put out signs, so let's do it. We all love comebacks, right? I mean, you've got the 2004 Red Sox where they came back against the New York Yankees when they were down 3-0, came back to sweep 8 games in a row to win the World Series against the Cardinals.
Back to Folk. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Or the 2017 New England Patriots when they were down 28-3 against the Falcons, came back to win that Super Bowl in overtime.
34-28, the final in overtime, and the Patriots have redefined the word momentum.
We love comebacks. We like people when they come back. We like Tiger Woods.
Many doubted we'd ever see it. And here it is. The return to glory.
We like Alex Smith, who is currently doing his own comeback.
About 6 months and 17 surgeries later,
first throw since November 18th.
Smith was back on his feet.
Why do we love comebacks? I believe it's this. Comebacks help us to know that when we're down, we don't have to be out. There was a particular moment in Jewish history when they had their very own comeback. See, they had disobeyed God, and God sent them prophets over and over and over again that if they didn't start living according to God's law, there would be judgment coming. And though God was extremely patient with them, judgment finally came. The Jewish people were conquered by Babylon, and God told them that that would be the case for 70 years. 70 years. So for 70 years, they had to live in what they had done. For 70 years, they had to wait and wait and wait on God to come and rescue them. That actually came when the Persians conquered Babylon after those 70 years, and King Cyrus made a decree that all of the people were going to be released to go back to their hometowns. Here's the deal. This region and this city has laid dormant for 70 years. No economy, no housing, no defense, everything completely shut down. I mean, we around here have been shut down for a little over 70 days. This was 70 years. There was a lot of work to do. Now God told them, rebuild the temple. And so they started, and they got the foundation of the temple laid, the very first thing. Then they stopped. Half the reason they stopped is because they wanted comforts. They wanted nicer homes. Some of them remembered the temple before, and they became disillusioned because it was nothing like what they remembered. It was smaller and less grand. But here's the bottom line. They stopped working. So God decided to send a message to his people. He sent it in the book of Zechariah, and it starts this way. Zerubbabel, which, fantastic name. Say it right now. I don't care who's around. Say it. It's fun. Zerubbabel. 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 It's awesome. All right, here's what it says. It says, Zerubbabel is the one who laid the foundation of this temple where the work stopped, and he will complete it. Then he gives great insight to the heart of God in verse 10. It says, do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. God is not only concerned with the end. A lot of us think we started so many times that we can only please God when it's all over, when we say, okay, the work is done. But here's the deal. God says, don't despise those small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. God loves to see you start. God is not only concerned with the end goal, He lovingly watches every step you make. God is running beside you, He's cheering you on, and He will be there when you're done. God is with you every single step. None of us asked for this COVID shutdown. None of us asked for our lives to be completely changed. But here's the deal. This is where we are. This is the life that we have. I remember back oh man, years ago, there was a tornado in the area that I lived, and it devastated a town called Valonia. And I'll never forget sitting with a guy, helping him pick up after everything had gone so wrong, and his house completely leveled. He finds a silver lining in it all. We're sitting there on the foundation of his house, and he said, well, you know, I never did like the way this was laid out. He was finding some small piece of hope, some small piece of good in this whole thing. Well, here's the deal. Though we didn't ask for this mess, we're in it, and God has given us the great opportunity to start again, to do it over, to rebuild and recraft our life from the very start, from the ground up. So the question is, how are you going to take advantage of that? What are you going to do with the opportunity that you have been given? Yes, it was a terrible thing that we've all had to go through. Lives were lost, businesses devastated, but it is a chance for you to do things again, but differently, better, for God's glory. So let me ask you, what do you need to start? What habit do you need to form? Or maybe it's an addiction that you need to overcome. Maybe it's a relationship that needs mending. What is it in your life that you need to do? Let me know what you intend to start, because I would love to pray with you. Send me a direct message or put it in the comments below. Again, so glad that you're here. We'll see you in the next one. Grace and peace.